interests that are climbing, interest levels, and so on. Now, look, that's not doom and gloom. So why we want to start off with that, once again, is that this is so different than anything I've personally ever experienced in my business career.
Well, there's nothing else like it.
To be involved in a company that has this much inventory spread out amongst these many categories. Standalone.
Nobody else out there doing it.
Debt-free.
Category creator.
That allows you to take all of that inventory with your computer, your phone, and put
Project MBT will be playing in the background.
That you didn't have to physically buy yourself. An inventory.
Got the call going right now. But
no.
So,
getting some gaming into.
Wondering, okay, where are they going with this? I'm going to share you a few slides here, but it's about technology. And like you and myself, we're not the most technical people. We struggle with a lot of things. Like,
oh, I told you this morning that my iCloud was full. God goes, what do you mean it's full? And I said, well, I don't know where the cloud lives. It's somewhere out there, but mine is full.
Yeah, so, and people are telling me that I have to spend money on my iCloud. And I go, where is it? Yeah.
Or cloud.
So we're not the most technical people.
No.
So
we rely on other people's technology and their advancements.
So what we look for is duplication. I look for systems that you can duplicate. So as I share this screen here, I'm kind of going into a little bit of an overview with you all tonight. Like just to say, okay, what if you could go into a situation, which this was the end of it, but where I could point, click, and share for retail rewards. How would that pay me? Well, I'm relying now on technology, even though I don't know a lot about it. Because what's happened in the last 10, 15 years is social media came along, and that social media allowed us to have a bigger audience from a comfort of our own home. Right?
It's true. I remember a day when you would say I was on a Zoom, and people would have no idea it was set up. And now it's been, especially during the pandemic, it's become so customary. Everybody does it. People were meeting their lawyers that way, meeting their doctors that way, going to school that way, doing all of their connecting with their family and relatives that way. So
it's not going to stop. It's only going to get bigger. Buying online, everybody gets frustrated. The biggest thing about online buying is there's a trust factor.
Yes.
And
I fell into that category.
In the collectible space, because we are promoting collectibles, right? The concern really is, am I going to get what I paid for? And is this item a legitimately graded item in that space? And so when you're dealing with a branded company called CollectDirect, who have authenticators that are constantly going through their products and looking for them, you can trust them. And they will verify that they're sending you what they're telling you is online because their credibility is online for it. Now, don't get me wrong, we have different packages. You can dip your toes and try, but if you're buying a specific item that's worth $3,000 or $2,000 or $1,000, I mean, there is a group out there right now that are saying they're going to 10x the collectible industry. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's take what you think the collectible industry is worth today, and they're going to help it be 10 times bigger. Well, let's talk about that for a second. When you look at e-commerce today being around 5.8 trillion, expected to go to 8 trillion over the next 3, 4, 5 years, it's just going to keep growing, which means more eyeballs looking for more things.
Clarity.
Then if we look specifically at the collectible space and just this industry, I'm told there's 200 million Americans just in the United States that collect something.
That's incredible.
Like something. I mean, we're talking about spoons, hats, t-shirts, whatever, something. And that audience, 200 million, is a captive customer base. Right, just in the U.S. Right now, currently, we're open in the United States, Canada, and Australia.
And they're kind of looking for you.
People are looking for these products people want.
Yes, they are.
Let's go a little bit further in this little conversation that we're having here
that's
tonight.
one of my best.
We're talking about this $1 trillion number, and we talk about all of these people that are interested in finding items like this on eBay. I mean, there's 135 million customers in eBay, right?
Yeah.
And yet there's 200 million collectors just in the United States, and that eBay number is worldwide. I get excited about this concept. I mean, I've had great conversations with people that are in this industry that have made lots of money in the networking industry, and they're coming here
Don't
and they
waste
see
that.
this as a massive customer opportunity. Why do I say that? Because each and every one of you will learn shortly that you can just share these links, and if somebody buys something, you get paid, right? A retail reward. So we want you all to understand that you're here for reason. Don't think this is going to be easy. Understand you're going to have to go to work. Like Nancy said, if somebody says to you this won't work, tell them to go pound sand and go read a good book or phone one of us, and we'll help you understand why this is going to be.
I thought when you throw yourself out into the universe, people will eliminate themselves as to who's going to cheerlead for you. And that was kind of the moment that I was having today. I felt like this poor girl didn't have a cheerleader, and so I came to her defense in a roundabout way. And I thought, geez, wouldn't it have been great if I let myself be vulnerable enough to share my opportunity with people out into the universe, and then I could see and find my cheering squad instead of the people that are gonna pull crabs in the bucket. And like, it's such an easy way to eliminate people's opinions from who you're allowing access to your energy. And I guess that was what I was starting with this morning, was like, needing to read that book was just about changing my energy, because that is very important.
Getting yourself back on a positive mindset.
It's really important, especially if you're going to talk to somebody. Do not talk to somebody about your business because you just told yourself that you're going to talk to somebody and be in the wrong funky mood.
You've got to be in the right frame of mind, and that's why the world right now is in this funky, right? They're worried about fitness, they're worried about their finances, and often their health is a result of their finances being so bad. And the stress and so on. So as we look at all this stuff, we start realizing that there is opportunity out there. Folks, the home-based business is one of the largest driving force of the monetary policies out there that are coming to play. So people are going to find a way to open their eyes, and people around the globe, and if they can open their eyes to what they're marketing, there's a potential of a commission. Right. We call it a commission. So I
captured your scumbag warden and her demon forces. They abused, tortured, and degraded us for decades. You're lucky they're still alive, and they'll stay that way in exchange for one thing: freedom. Open the gates and away in exchange for one thing: freedom. Open the gates and let us out. For each day